Remember when Otto Octavius swapped minds with Peter Parker and took full control of Spider-Man? That was the birth of the superior Spider-Man, the hero who wants to be a better version of the original. But before we jump into the story, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you love deep dives into comic lore, make sure to like, comment, follow, or subscribe to Comic Leap. Your support helps us grow and allows us to keep bringing you the best stories from your favorite comics. All right, without further ado, let's leap in. The story starts with the new Sinister Six, Boomerang, Shocker, Speed Demon, Living Brain, Overdrive, and the new Beetle, robbing a building in the middle of New York. They are trying to steal a device called a barometric oscillator. Even though they are surrounded by police, they try to escape using Overdrive's giant vehicle. But then, the new Spider-Man arrives at the crime scene. Otto Octavius, now in Peter's body, used to lead the Sinister Six. I bet he's really annoyed seeing that this new team is much weaker than his old one. With one clever move, Spider-Man tricks 3 of the villains into attacking Living Brain, knocking the robot down. Speed Demon uses his super speed to land several hits on Spider-Man. The attack is so intense that Spider-Man actually tries to leave the scene and jumps away. However, one of Boomerang's weapons flies toward a police officer. Peter's old instincts kick in. Spider-Man jumps back to protect the officer, letting the boomerang explode on his own back. The villains escape, leaving their giant robot behind. Otto, as Peter, takes it to Horizon Labs, where Peter works. His colleagues, Grady and Max, feel that Peter is acting strange. Max, the boss, tries to talk to him, but Peter gives off a mad scientist vibe. It's pretty creepy, right? Later, Otto Peter has dinner with Mary Jane. Honestly, I really don't like the idea of Otto hitting on Peter's girl. During dinner, Otto explains that he injected the Sinister Six with nanotracers to track them. This is a smart move that the real Peter should have learned a long time ago. But soon, the Sinister Six attacks Horizon Labs to steal an atmospheric condenser. They grab the machine and try to run, but Spider-Man has already blocked the exits with giant webs. He is prepared for everything. He uses frictionless surfaces to trip up Speed Demon. He also installed a power dampening field to shut down their tech, and he easily stops Overdrive's giant vehicle. This isn't just a fight, it's a show. Spider-Man even called the press to record it. But then things get dark. Spider-Man starts brutally beating Boomerang. It looks like he really wants to kill him. Suddenly, an invisible hand grabs Spider-Man and stops him. Otto wonders why his hand froze, but we see the reason. Peter Parker. The real Peter is still there as a spirit, vowing that he will find a way to get his body back. A few days later, everyone starts to notice that Spider-Man has become a better hero. The press, the university, and even J. Jonah Jameson, the man who has always hated Spider-Man, suddenly loves him. Jameson even shakes hands with him in public. Seeing this, the spirit of the real Peter Parker just can't believe his eyes. Meanwhile, Mary Jane and Carly, who both know Spider-Man's secret identity, are having a drink. They have no idea that the Peter they know is actually Otto Octavius. MJ even tells Carly that she and Peter are getting back together. In another scene, we see Otto Peter developing new spider bots. He's doing this with the help of Living Brain, the robot he reprogrammed to be his assistant. Then, Otto Peter and MJ go out for dinner. It really looks like Otto is trying to win her over, and honestly, I hate it. They go on several dates while the spirit of the real Peter is forced to watch them. On their 4th date at MJ's club, a group of mysterious figures is watching from outside, planning an attack. Inside, Otto Peter's spider sense tingles. Sensing danger, he immediately grabs MJ and swings her away through the city to get her home safely. The next day at Horizon Labs, Otto watches his Spider-Bot camera feed. He sees a group of mini vultures attacking MJ's club. You know the villain Vulture, Adrian Toomes, right? Well, these are like mini versions of him. These mini vultures are destroying the club and causing panic. They even grab MJ, pull her out of a window, and drop her from midair. Luckily, Spider-Man arrives just in time and creates a web net to catch her. Here's the surprising part. Otto Peter tells MJ that they cannot be together anymore. He explains that being near him makes her an easy target for his enemies. Since Otto has access to Peter's memories, he knows that MJ has been attacked many times before because of Spider-Man. He decides to end things and leaves MJ standing on the street. Later that night, MJ tells Carly what Peter said. Carly starts to feel suspicious. She remembers a moment when Otto Octavius, before he died, claimed he was Peter Parker. Now, she's determined to solve this mystery. A few days later, J. Jonah Jameson is at the top of a building with Carly and another officer. He is setting up a spider signal, just like the one Batman uses. He really thinks he's Commissioner Gordon this time, but as soon as the light turns on, Spider-Man shuts it down. He calls it an idiot mistake because the signal tells every villain exactly where he is. Honestly, I agree with him. The villains in New York are way smarter than the ones in Gotham. Jameson tells Spider-Man that the mini-vultures are causing chaos across the city. He wants Carly to work with Spider-Man to stop them. Carly is hesitant, but she has no choice but to follow the mayor's orders. Back at his lab, Otto Spider is upgrading his mask's lenses so he can track the vulture. We have to admit, as much as we might dislike him, Otto is really using his genius potential. Meanwhile, the mini-vultures return to their hideout to show the real vulture, Adrian Toomes, the loot from their robberies. But before they can celebrate, Spider-Man bursts in, ready to catch them. Adrian orders his mini-vultures to attack. During the fight, Spider-Man punches one of them against a wall, and their mask falls off. It turns out the mini-vultures are just a group of kids using Vulture's technology. Suddenly, a memory of Otto's childhood kicks in. He remembers being hit by his father. This makes him furious because he hates seeing children being hurt or used. Full of rage, he tries to grab Vulture, but Adrian flies away to escape. Spider-Man shoots a web onto Vulture's leg and is pulled into the sky. The mid-air battle begins. Even though he's old, Vulture is one of the best aerial fighters in the Marvel Universe. He manages to pin Spider-Man down while flying, but he forgets one thing. He's not fighting Peter Parker anymore. He's fighting Otto. Spider-Man activates his spider bots and turns on a bright spider signal directly into Vulture's eyes. Blinded and confused, Vulture loses control. Spider-Man then slams him down right onto the giant searchlight, shattering the light and brutally injuring Vulture's body. Carly watches in horror. She knows the real Spider-Man would never do something that violent. The real Spidey never tries to kill his enemies, right? Even after his small win, Otto Spider doesn't stop. He goes to the hospital to check on Aunt May. If you're wondering why she can't walk, you can check the video in the link above. The doctor says Aunt May is too old for a major surgery, so her only option is to use a cane. But Otto refuses to accept this. He goes to Horizon Labs to build a machine that will help her walk again. When his boss, Max Model, sees the machine, he calls Peter a Dr. Frankenstein. Otto feels insulted, but this also makes him realize something. Peter Parker doesn't have a doctorate degree. Since Otto was a doctor in his past life, he decides to go back to college to get Peter a PhD. Looks like you're a student again, Otto. The next day, Otto Peter goes to the university to re-enroll. The dean, Ruth Goldman, is happy to have him back. However, the teacher for his class is a man named Don LeMays, who used to be Otto's classmate. Of course, LeMays has no idea that he is actually teaching his old rival. To help him pass the class, Goldman gives Peter the contact info for a tutor named Marconi. Now the story takes a dark turn at a high-security prison. Dr. Ashley Kafka and a guard go to visit a dangerous villain named Massacre, Marcus Lyman. When they open the cell, they realize too late that Massacre has already taken the life of his guard and is wearing his uniform. In a split second, Massacre ends the lives of the other guard and Dr. Ashley. By the time Spider-Man arrives, J. Jonah Jameson and Carly are already on the scene. Jameson is furious about all the recent prison breaks and demands that Spider-Man find Massacre before he hurts anyone else. Spider-Man returns to Horizon Labs with a plan. He asks a colleague to install facial recognition software into all of his spider bots. With thousands of tiny robots watching the city, no criminal can stay hidden for long. The scene shifts to a burger restaurant where Massacre is holding everyone hostage. When the cashier tries to trigger the alarm, Massacre reacts instantly and takes down everyone in the room. Only 2 people are left, a mother and her young son. Massacre takes them as hostages and heads downtown. He leaves them and then disappearing into the crowded streets. This is the final part of the story. Miranda Pullman, the CEO of Fizzy Cola, is on a call with the Daily Bugle. Since Massacre attacked one of her restaurants, her company's stock and sales are crashing. Suddenly, Massacre shows up in her apartment with a terrifying offer. He says he will go on a public rampage and take the lives of everyone he sees while wearing the logo of her biggest competitor. The price for this madness? $12 million. Next, we see Otto Peter arriving at Anna Marconi's place for tutoring. Being Italian, Anna offers him dinner before they start. During their study session, Anna is blown away by his intelligence. Let's be real, in some ways, Otto actually is smarter than Peter, don't you think? After studying, Spider-Man puts his suit back on. Soon, he gets a notification on his phone showing Massacre's real-time location. He calls the police and tells them he'll be there in 10 minutes. The spirit of Peter Parker is confused. He knows he could get there in only 5 minutes. Why is Otto waiting? Otto has his own plan. Because he was once a villain, he knows how a criminal thinks. Instead of rushing to the station, he goes to the Coca-Cola warehouse first. He was right. Massacre had trapped the staff there and planted a bomb. Otto quickly sets them free. Finally, at Grand Central Station, Massacre begins shooting at the police. He's truly lost his mind. Spider-Man arrives to stop him, but because Otto doesn't position himself perfectly, Massacre still manages to harm several innocent people. With one giant leap, Spider-Man punches Massacre, grabs his gun, and shoots him in the shoulder. Then, he points the gun at the villain's head. You can see the moral battle happening inside Otto's mind. Even though Massacre shows fear and starts crying, Otto Spider-Man doesn't hesitate. He pulls the trigger and finishes him off. We now have a cold-blooded Spider-Man. How do you guys feel about this new hero? All right, everyone, that's the end of the story. What did you think? Did you love it? Or do you have another comic book story you want me to cover next? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, leave a comment, follow, and subscribe to help us grow. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next leap. Bye!